you get the idea you were meant for greatness?" Clay frowned. "Greatness? Well, at least meant for something. Something that ain't nothing. Seems to me most people's lives are all chock full of almosts and maybes. Things that should have been, you know?" He was silent for a while, and just as he looked about to speak, he was silent a while more. They were on the outskirts of Las Cruces. They'd sat for some time, there at the side of the road where the ride had dropped them, and they just talked about nothing of consequence. Smoking cigarettes, eating pork rinds, wondering what the hell was going to happen next. Behind them was a dump. Tread, bare blacks and white walls, a rusted bicycle, a doorless refrigerator, pub caps strewn about like bottle caps behind a late-night bar. There was no color in the landscape, as if drained off and put to better use someplace else, someplace it would be appreciated. "No," he said eventually, "I never did get the idea I was meant for much of anything at all." "I did. I still do," Shirley replied. She flicked the cigar butt out across the road. It bounced in a small cloud of sparks and came to rest. It was about 1:30, and back 60 miles or so, Hoyt Candell was surveying the scene as reported by Clark Regan from the gas station. Sure as hell, there was an overturned car. Sure as hell, there were a couple of dead fellers in it. And when he got down on his hands and knees and saw the gun and the box of shells beneath the vehicle, the alarm bells went off in his head, and he figured this for a good deal more than an accident. Candell, amongst many others, had been in receipt of the federal notice. It was now his responsibility to report this occurrence to the nearest federal office, which, if he was right, was about 60 miles away in Las Cruces. That report went in as soon as he had called up his deputies and had them secure the scene. They marked and taped and barriered. They took preliminary photographs and measurements, and they didn't trample heavy boots all over the place because they knew there would be hell to pay if they messed it up. Hoyt Candell was a backwater burg sheriff, but he wasn't dumb. He'd been in the game long enough to know that there were rules and regulations, there was policy and protocol, and any man who believed he could work the system and survive was a good deal dumber than he appeared. Nixon and Kenny were right there in Las Cruces when Hoyt Candell's report came in.